Mountain God needs no donations, only worship please. Chapter 57. Fan Fiction by Azazyel. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel for listening and patreon.com/Azazyel to read all of his stories. Micheal laid the Longinus Spear atop the table I had in the meeting room, and I exhaled with a wry smile as I used my godly senses to pick apart the spear. And within the spear was a wisp, a tiny ember of what was a soul. The soul and being of the Abrahamic God. Honestly, I didn't expect you to get the spear before it went back into the lottery system. Gabriel softly shook her head with her angelic voice ringing out. We have our methods. Is there anything else you require for our father's return? I idly wondered how she would react should I make the Christian God into a woman for the hell of it. But that would just be cruel, so I shook my head, and using an utterly tiny hair from Micheal that not even he noticed losing, I used his body as the template to build God's body. Nope, I have it, I said, and for the next 20 minutes I used my damn near infinite power to form a copy of Michael's body with some slight differences that was laying atop the table next to the Longinus Spear. Then, even as I made pure gold and glowing 12 wings shoot out from his back and they flinched, I grabbed the Longinus and with a crunching noise I stabbed the spear into the clone I made and through the table, making the angels stand up with frowns and their own wings flaring out with agitation. But they faltered as a deep heartbeat rang out like a drum. A thud of life as the spear that was shoved within the guts of the angel pulsed with divine light brightly before fading, and the spear greatly lost its power as something intrinsic seemed to have been lost within it. Without the soul wisp of God, the spear is probably barely a middle tear sacred gear. I thought as I ripped the spear out of the angel's guts, making it actually groan at the pain while I sealed its wounds as well. There you go. One God revived within the template body of you, Micheal, as his strongest angel and even boosted in power. Now take your God, as he is going to need who knows how much therapy after being dead and sealed within the spear. If anything, Micheal and Gabriel looked utterly flummoxed as I herded them away, but actually, with how I was now dating Sakuyya, I wasn't going to entertain the idea anymore of getting engaged to Gabriel. I had a beautiful silver-haired maid who could make a full meal, do my laundry, kill a tax collector, and land but naked in my lap to make out in less than half a second. And I could tell she was happy that I so quickly teleported them off my island and over the ocean separating Gensokyo from mainland Japan. As she rewarded me for that, with Sakuyya gently cupping my chin from behind my seat and tilted my head upwards to look up at her, she dipped down and met my lips with a kiss, while her other free hand caressed my chest, and after a long moment after our lips met they broke apart and Sakuyya whispered, "Thank you. I know you could have kept Gabriel, but you didn't." She time-skipped to let go of my face and my head slipped back down as she came out of the time-skip sitting in my lap, and we resumed kissing with my hands going to the very nice backside of my beautiful maid to pull her flush to me as I realized I made it in life in this reincarnation. I was powerful, I was immortal, I was beyond rich, I had a beautiful maid lover. Ugh! That damn Cheeto hair-covered bastard! Issei Hayadu screamed as he threw a literal baby tantrum, complete with him flopping on the ground and smashing craters into said ground with his rabid flailing fists and feet. Drake, who was laying across the soft grass ground a ways away, watched his host and partner with some amusement and let him air out his grievances as he himself was in an utterly fantastic mood, to say the least, after bullying Albion into near insanity. But finally even Drake, in his good mood, tired of hearing his partner crying about not taking his harem back to Earth, and then bluntly spoke. "Partner, we must continue our toils in Orario and within the dungeon in order to get those tokens. Unless you have some other way of getting the tokens besides that way." Issei stopped his tantrum and laid flat on the ground before raising up his hand as though he was going to grasp the moon above his head with his hands. "Yeah, Drake. We gotta get back to the grind, I guess. I am level 75 now, so maybe once I reach level 100 and gain a new strong skill or passive we could." Issei drew off, but Drake chuckled loudly, making the brown-haired teenager pout at the large crimson dragon. "You have done very well, partner, in gaining strength. It's only a matter of dash." But before Drake could continue, a loud pinging noise cut through their conversation and Issei hurriedly opened his status screen to check out the priority message. "Come one and all. The Grand Dungeon of Orario will be open to the public. In order to further foster humanity's growth, I will allow humans to summon a single non-human guest that can train within the dungeon and not have to worry about their life should they die within said dungeon. Though they will face the same month ban as all humans so their soul can heal from said death. In doing this, although the non-human won't gain EXP, levels, or any other system bonuses, they may keep any gear, or materials they acquire within the dungeon. Issei took in all the information, and even as Drake remarked how this wasn't all that useful to us, and was instead a major boon for that rat Albion. Issei continued reading the next section. In order to prove I am not a total racist, which I totally am. Dwarves are the best homies and hentai elves are the best girls. I have been advised to do an event in which you and your non-human guest must accomplish a series of tasks, based on your levels. Rewards differ along with tasks given, in which to foster friendship with the less talented supernatural races. Rewards include summon, waifu, husbando tokens, enchanted weapons, armor, apples of longevity, peaches of fuck you son Wukong immortality, and for the lucky winner of whoever finds one of the dozen bobbleheads or snow globes I have hidden in Orario and the dungeon, I will reward them greatly. Issei's fire and will were stoked once again, and his green eyes flashed with power as he stood up with Drake nodded happily at seeing his partner was at full attention again. But then there was another ping which ruined the moment. P.S. For any dipshit supernatural that thinks to enslave a human while inside my realm, via evil pieces, torture, divine oaths etc., I will tear your spine out and use it to make a jump rope. And don't worry, I will even send you back to Earth all nice and healed up. Just without a spine, and I will teleport you into a fissure between glaciers in the Antarctic.